Hi everyone, it's Lisa Mears here. Thank you for joining me. In this video, I'm going to make a Christmas card using the Playful Poinsettia 3D embossing folder and die set from Simon Hurley's Snow Globes collection with Spellbinders. I previously made a video using his snow globes from this collection, and I'll link that video at the top right corner of this video and in the description box. This folder is filled with beautiful poinsettias in all different sizes. So I love this embossing folder for a couple of reasons. For one, it's a 3D embossing folder, so the images really pop off of the cardstock. And second, this embossing folder has a corresponding die set to cut out the poinsettia. So you can use the poinsettia die cut in conjunction with this embossing folder, or you can use it on other projects. Now this embossing folder measures 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. So you can use it not only with your A2 size cards, but also with 5x7 cards and slimline cards. So before I make my card today, I want to let you know that this card and tutorial are part of a Spellbinders Holiday Products blog hop, where several designers are sharing holiday cards using Spellbinders products. Spellbinders is giving away 3 $25 gift certificates from the comments left on the blog hop. And if you want to participate, check the description box of this video for my corresponding blog post link where you can find out more. Also, if you're interested in any products you see in this video today, I will have product links in the video description and on my blog. Alright, so let's go ahead and make a card. I'm going to start out with a piece of pink cardstock that I cut to 4.25 by 5.5 inches, and I'm going to place it in my embossing folder so that the large poinsettia is kind of towards the bottom right hand corner of that cardstock. And then I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. So to run these 3D embossing folders through your die cutting machine, if you're using the Spellbinders Platinum machine, you will need your platform base plate A at the bottom, and then you'll sandwich your embossing folder between that and the gray adapter plate and run that through your die cutting machine. And that is how we emboss with the 3D embossing folders and the Spellbinders Platinum machine. You can see all of that beautiful raised detail on that cardstock. It is so pretty. I love these 3D embossing folders because they really give a really beautiful impression on the cardstock. So I'm going to repeat that process with another piece of pink cardstock, and I'm going to place it in my embossing folder so that it covers this large poinsettia because I will want to die cut that poinsettia. So the first go around, I'm using that piece of cardstock for my card panel on the front of my card. And this second go around, I'm actually going to use the corresponding die and die cut the poinsettia from the cardstock. So here's the second piece of cardstock that I embossed. You can see that the poinsettia is kind of towards the top middle. I'm just going to line up my die with that poinsettia. I'm going to use some mint tape to hold that die in place, and then I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. So the sandwich for die cutting with the Spellbinders Platinum machine is your platform base A at the bottom, the platform top, which is B, so your B plate, and then you'll have a cutting plate C followed by your cardstock with the die, and then another cutting plate C on top. So if you wanted to use this piece, you can totally use it, maybe even make it a shaker card, but I'm not going to be using that piece today. I'm going to just be using the die cut poinsettia that I cut from that embossed background. So to liven this up a little bit, I'm going to take some ink and I'm going to add some ink to the edges of the die cut poinsettia. Here I'm using the Kitsch Flamingo Distress Oxide ink, which is a beautiful pink ink, and I'm using a small finger dauber just to get inside on some of those lines on the leaves. Using ink to add detail to your die cuts, it just makes them stand out so much more. I'm also going to come in with some gilding polish. This is the Gold Treasure gilding polish, and I'm just using my pinky to dab it in the gilding polish, and I'm just lightly going over the lines on the die cut to add this gold gilding polish to it. So if you just slightly go over and don't press down with your finger, just slightly go over those raised lines, you can see all of that detail come out of that die. I want to be able to raise these leaves and add some dimension to them, so I'm just using my scissors to cut in between all of the individual leaves on this poinsettia. This way I can raise them up and have dimension on my card. So again, between each of the leaves there's a line, and I'm just following that embossed line and just cutting towards the center of that poinsettia. And then the leaves that appear to be in front of the others, I'm actually going to raise up, and that will actually be every other leaf will be raised up, and then the other leaves will be down, so those will be the ones that I'll be adhering to the cardstock. So you can see all of that beautiful dimension that I just created with the ink, the gilding polish, and just by cutting those leaves apart and raising them up. I'm going to bring in another die set from Spellbinders. This is the Spellbinders Holiday Blooms dies. I love these dies because there's so many flowers, hollyberry, evergreen, cattail. There's so many things here that you can add to this poinsettia. So I thought this would be perfect to add some accents to my card. So I'm going to pick out a few dies here, and I'm going to die cut them off camera, and then I will set them aside as I work on building this layer. So I'm going to take back out the first embossed background that I embossed, and I took my poinsettia die cut piece that I added all the ink and color to. I lined it up with the poinsettia that's on this background piece, and after lining it up, I'm just taking all of those die cut pieces from the Spellbinders Holiday Blooms die set and just adding them here underneath the poinsettia so that I can figure out where I want them, and then I'll add them to my card. So after I place them, I'll go ahead and glue all of them down. After I glue all of the pieces from the Holiday Blooms die set to the card panel, I'll go ahead and glue the poinsettia down, and that will be the last thing I glue down. Now when I glue that poinsettia down, all of the leaves that are raised, I'm going to hold up with my fingers, and I'm only going to put glue on the leaves that are going to be at the bottom or underneath the raised leaves. And those are the ones that I'm gluing down to the card. I'm also putting glue on the bottom center, and that will be glued down as well. But the leaves that are raised will not have glue on them. I added a few more pieces from the Holiday Blooms collection just to fill in some of the empty spots. I'm also going to get a sentiment from the Spellbinders Mix and Match Holiday Greetings. You can see all of the greetings that are included in this die set. It's so versatile. There's so many holiday greetings that you can use. I'm using the Merry Christmas words, and I die cut them out of some gold mirror paper. It brings out some of the gold that I used for the Holiday Blooms. Next, I'll go ahead and add this layer to an A2 size white card base. My card base is 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And I'm going to take one of these gold gems from the Spellbinders Gold Essential Gems pack and just add it to the center of the poinsettia. So that is going to complete my card today. I love all of the dimension included on this poinsettia. I think this turned out so pretty. So you can use the corresponding poinsettia die from this embossing folder and just die cut it like I did and layer it back up on top of the card to make a beautiful card with depth and dimension. Or if you wanted just to use this poinsettia on another project, you can do that as well. So I will have product links down in the description box below and on my blog. So if you're interested in any of the products I used, please check out those links. I always appreciate when you click on my links because it does help support me. And don't forget to participate in the Spellbinders Holiday Blog Hop. There will be a link for my blog post down in the description box where you can find out more information. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up button. And if you like videos like this, be sure to click that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.